You won't believe what Brock Lesnar just did, and I'm not talking about another Suplex City beatdown or some scripted WWE storyline. No, what happened to Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch has crossed a line that WWE might never recover from. Fans are deleting their Peacock subscriptions. Social media is exploding. Hashtags demanding Lesnar's removal are trending worldwide. And the worst part? WWE management is staying silent while two of the biggest stars in wrestling history might never step foot in a ring again. This isn't just controversy, this is career assassination. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why thousands of fans are planning the biggest WWE boycott we've ever seen. Let me paint the picture of what went down, because mainstream media is barely covering this, and WWE is doing everything they can to bury the story. It started at a house show, not even a televised event, which makes this even more suspicious. Brock Lesnar wasn't even scheduled to appear. Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch were working a mixed tag match, giving the crowd an incredible performance like they always do. Then, out of nowhere, Lesnar's music hits. Now here's where it gets disturbing. Lesnar doesn't wait for the match to end. He doesn't follow any protocol. He storms the ring with a look in his eyes that veterans backstage later described as legitimately unhinged. What happened next wasn't wrestling, it was assault. Lesnar hit Seth with an F5 so reckless that you could hear Seth's body impact wrong. Medical staff rushed out immediately, but Lesnar wasn't done. When Becky tried to check on her husband, Lesnar shoved her so hard she flew backward into the ring post. The crowd went silent. Not heat, not boos, dead silence, because everyone in that arena knew they just witnessed something real. Quick trivia question, how many times has Brock Lesnar held the WWE Championship? Drop your answer in the comments below. Security finally pulled Lesnar away, but the damage was catastrophic. Seth was stretchered out with what sources are reporting as potential spinal compression injuries. Becky suffered a concussion so severe she couldn't stand without assistance. Both were taken to a local medical facility, and here's the kicker, WWE hasn't released a single official statement about their conditions. Radio silence. The company that posts about every sneeze their superstars make suddenly has nothing to say when two of their top stars are hospitalized. The locker room is in absolute chaos. Multiple wrestlers have posted cryptic messages on social media that WWE's PR team has been frantically trying to get deleted. One unnamed superstar told a wrestling journalist, and I quote, "If this is how they protect their people, none of us are safe. Brock has been out of control for months and management just looks the other way because he draws money." Let's talk about why fans are so enraged they are organizing a boycott. This isn't the first time Lesnar has been reckless. Remember when he busted open Randy Orton's head with illegal elbows at SummerSlam 2016? WWE called it too real and edgy storytelling. When he injured Braun Strowman multiple times, they said it made Braun look tough. But attacking Seth Rollins, the man who carried WWE through some of its darkest years, and Becky Lynch, the woman who main event WrestleMania and broke every ceiling in women's wrestling, that's not storytelling. That's targeted destruction. Here's what makes this even more infuriating. Sources close to the situation claim this attack was not sanctioned by creative. This wasn't a storyline gone wrong. Lesnar allegedly went into business for himself after a backstage argument with Seth earlier in the day about work rate and respect. Lesnar has been known to look down on the newer generation of wrestlers who actually care about putting on great matches instead of just collecting paychecks. Seth called him out on it, and Lesnar apparently decided to send a message the only way he knows how, with violence. Before we continue, we have a quick request for you. We are constantly working to improve our content to earn your love and support. That's why we would truly appreciate it if you could take a moment to leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update here on Wrestling Zone Insider. The fan response has been unprecedented. Within 24 hours of the incident, the hashtag #CancelBrockLesnar had over 2 million tweets. Petition websites have multiple campaigns demanding WWE terminate Lesnar's contract, some with over 500,000 signatures. Fans are organizing coordinated subscription cancellations of WWE Network and Peacock for specific dates to hit WWE's quarterly earnings reports. This isn't just angry internet comments, this is an organized movement. Even more damning, other wrestling companies are watching. AEW President Tony Khan made a subtle but pointed tweet about protecting talent and creating safe working environments. Impact Wrestling posted about their wellness policy. These companies smell blood in the water, and they are positioning themselves as the alternative for fans who are disgusted with WWE's handling of this situation. Trivia question number 2. What year did Seth Rollins win his first WWE Championship? Let us know in the comments. Let's address the elephant in the room. Some people will say this is a work, that WWE is manufacturing controversy for attention, but here's why that theory falls apart. First, WWE immediately pulled all Lesnar merchandise from their online store. You don't kill revenue streams for a work. Second, legitimate mainstream sports outlets are picking up the story, outlets that WWE has spent years trying to get positive coverage from. They wouldn't risk that relationship for a fake controversy. Third, and most importantly, multiple independent sources have confirmed Seth and Becky are receiving treatment for real injuries at a real hospital, not WWE's usual kayfabe injury announcements. The bigger question is what happens next. If WWE keeps Lesnar, they are telling their entire roster that star power matters more than safety. They are telling fans that money trumps morality. But if they fire him, they lose one of the few remaining part-time attractions that can still move pay-per-view numbers. It's a no-win situation created entirely by their own lack of accountability. Seth Rollins has given WWE everything. He worked through injuries when the company needed him. He rebuilt his reputation after the Shield breakup. He became the fighting champion when Roman Reigns had to step away. And this is how they repay his loyalty, by allowing a reckless part-timer to potentially end his career. Becky Lynch fought 4 years to get women's wrestling taken seriously. She main event WrestleMania. She became the man and changed the entire culture around women in WWE. She came back from having a baby to continue building her legacy. And in one moment of unchecked aggression, all of that could be taken away. Final trivia: how many times has Becky Lynch won the Raw Women's Championship? Drop your answer below. Here's what needs to happen. WWE needs to release a full transparent statement about the incident, not corporate lawyer speak, but real accountability. They need to provide updates on Seth and Becky's medical conditions. They need to address what disciplinary actions are being taken against Lesnar. And they need to implement actual safety protocols that prevent talent from going into business for themselves. But here's what will probably happen. WWE will wait for the outrage to die down. They'll bring Lesnar back at a big pay-per-view with some redemption storyline. They'll hope fans forget, and maybe some will. But this time feels different. This time, fans are organized, they are motivated, and they are done accepting that's just wrestling as an excuse for unsafe working conditions. The truth is, if WWE doesn't take decisive action, they are setting a precedent that will haunt them for years. Every wrestler will wonder if they are next. Every fan will question if supporting the company makes them complicit in this culture. This is WWE's moment to prove they've evolved beyond the toxic attitudes of the past. So what can you do? Make your voice heard. Comment below with your thoughts. Share this video so more people understand what really happened. And most importantly, hold WWE accountable. Don't let them sweep this under the rug like they've done with so many other incidents. This is Wrestling's own insider, and we'll keep bringing you the truth that WWE doesn't want you to know. The question is, will WWE do the right thing, or will they prove that in their world, monsters with name value will always get a pass? Time will tell. But one thing's certain, wrestling fans won't forget. And Seth and Becky deserve better than corporate silence while they fight to recover from an attack that never should have happened.